Hello, my little nippies. Welcome back. Hopefully you guys had a good week. I know my pores are still parting because you guys can see them now, right? If you guys didn't notice the extremely high upgrade in quality, we don't got that shoddy webcam filter now. So I apologize if now you guys can see that I am a fraud. I do want to thank GB though for helping out with this fucking camera, dude. Thank you so much. If you don't know who GB ASMR is, please go give her some love. She's trying to hit 2 million, by the way, so you know, hashtag subscribe to GB. I'm gonna go ahead and put her somewhere in the corner, and yeah. So today's video is another speed paint. I have been doing a lot of these like speed paint typey videos just because I do have a lot going on right now. I am preparing for Fanime and Anime Expo, which, by the way, if you guys go to anime conventions, I will be at both of those with my roommate FF Sade, and I'm so excited. Anime Expo is the first time I will have a double table, fancy, but we're both gonna be there at Fanime in San Jose and then in Anime Expo in LA. And both of those are at the end of May and at the beginning of July, respectively. I'm excited for that, and I'm also working on my comic right now. I don't really have too much time to do lots of hands-on content for the channel right now, and there's another 2 reasons why. And one I can't say quite yet, and then the other is kind of a big thing, kind of a small thing, I don't know. It's kind of big for me because it is my first ever art workshop and my first conference. So I am going to be giving a workshop over in Cancun, Mexico at Latente Congreso Internacional de Diseño at la Universidad Anáhuac. Muchísimas gracias. Thank you so much for inviting me. I really do appreciate it. I'm super nervous. It's going to be completamente en español. I can speak Spanish fluently and conversationally and everything is fine. I can read it, but teaching in Spanish I think is a whole nother realm that I'm not ready for. What it's going to be about is it's going to be about bringing your characters to life, doing facial expressions and all of that. It's going to be 2 days, April 26th and 27th. So if you haven't gotten your tickets, go ahead and do that. Other than that, what we are going to be working on today are the Patreon postcards. So for those of you that don't know, I do these monthly for my highest tier over on Patreon, which supports the comic. I want to thank you guys so much. This really does mean a lot. Your support is what makes me, gives me the ability to make art every single day and work on my comic and tell the story. It's honestly a dream come true. So, and those of you that are generous enough to support at this tier, it's honestly unbelievable. I hope that you guys enjoy these every month. These are really fun to make. And for those of you that are not on there that don't know what this is, they are custom postcards. They are random. I just come up with different materials, different paper, different themes for every month so that whoever collects them has a piece of the set. So they're both like Valentine, red and pink themed, and you get to pick whatever character that you like from the series. I draw them for you every month, so you can change whatever character you want. So it doesn't have to be your favorite. You could just pick a character every month. Let me know which one you want for that month. And there's still slots available. I think there's 3 slots. There's only 4 maximum slots. So if you guys want to check that out, if that's something that you're interested in, yeah, head over to Patreon. Other than that, this is what we're going to be working on today. Little disclaimer, the camera that we use to film the process of this is this one. And I use this for everything. I use this for my intros, for my outros, to stream, to do the sketchbook tours, to do everything. But I've noticed that when I stream traditional art in the process with this, it's very hard to get the right colors, and it's really hard to get it to not get blurry and pixelated. So the speed paint might not be the best, but hopefully when I get that vertical stand for this camera, once I do traditional art, we'll have some better quality for that. So please bear with me on this one. I asked you guys the week before if you guys wanted more commentary style as opposed to like just here's my art, music. So we're gonna go ahead and try that. Let me know if you guys enjoy the commentary, and let's just jump into it. Blech. So here I went ahead and did the concept art, the thumbnails and the sketches off the video, and I like to do them on scrap paper just so I can transfer them over with a light box that you see here so that I don't stain the paper with just erasing and all the stray lines and stuff. So I'm doing these on hot pressed watercolor paper. I don't always do them on watercolor paper. Sometimes I do them on tinted paper, on black paper, on parchment paper. So it just really depends what I'm feeling that month. They're about 3 by 4 inches, and I always try to keep them themed, as I said earlier in the intro. So I'm going to be experimenting with some golds, some reds, pinks, and I'll be using some watercolors and inks. I tend to have a lot of problems with my traditional art in the sense that I can do the lines, but I'm still learning a lot about color placement and color application in general, just because I tend to overshadow my line work. I spend a lot of time doing the lines and making them look nice, and then once I go ahead and put on the colors, everything goes downhill. So you'll see a little bit of that here, as well as right here where I redraw the face about 800 times. I didn't really like the original sketch and I couldn't get the right angles, so eventually I just kind of defaulted to just drawing the back of the head, which I'll take that as a loss because I really wanted his face to show, but I just couldn't get it to look right. So I'll take that loss for now, and then eventually I'll have to attempt that angle again. So these are going to be Valentine's themed, as I said earlier, since these are February postcards of my character Jet, which you see here, and then the other one is Pim. I'm a little bit thirsty because they wouldn't be Nip's drawings if they weren't, right? Here you see the camera change. I do like this setup a lot, but we're gonna go ahead and upgrade that a bit with the addition of our new camera, so I'll keep you guys posted on the stand and how that turns out. For the line art of this piece, I had such a hard time since the back muscles didn't really translate to how I envisioned them. I wanted to be a little bit more organic, and I feel like I need to definitely brush up on my anatomy because it was just so sloppy in this piece, and honestly it kind of shows, and I'm not really too happy with that. I'm pretty proud of what I made of it, but I definitely need to go back and brush up on that back anatomy so that it doesn't happen again. Here I start messing around with this gold leaf that you guys were so sweet to gift me for my birthday. I was trying to get it to just glue in a specific shape, which wasn't happening, so I decided to not use it for this piece. I'll probably be using it more in the future if I can come up with a better way to use it, and decided to go with some gold ink instead, which you'll see later in the video. Here you see me apply that masking fluid to cover the areas that I don't want painted. It is a lifesaver. If you work traditionally, definitely think about using some masking fluid. Put it on, let it dry, paint over it, and then just kind of rub it off. It smells terrible, but it definitely gets the job done. So here I start applying some colors, and you'll already kind of see me struggling with where to place what colors, in what value, what opacity, and I think I did a pretty decent job on the skin, just trying to keep it simple, make sure that the line art shines through. Not too happy with the background. I feel like I could have gotten a little bit more creative with that. But so here you see me apply the gold ink that I was talking about earlier, as opposed to the gold leaf. here we are adding the finishing touches, little highlights, neon colors. Was kind of unsure on how to finish this one, just make it look like all one cohesive piece, but I think I semi-succeeded in the end, adding the gel pen and the color pencils and the highlights, and everything just turned out pretty decent. Not exactly how I envisioned it in my head, but definitely not too bad. Sorry if you're seeing a lot of my hair in the frame, I just noticed. I have a terrible habit of like hunching over my traditional work, so I'll probably be able to fix that once I change the camera angle. But for now, you see my little head of hair there. So for the colors on this one, I was really struggling because the other one had so much more to go off of, and this one was just like bare skin, and there was a lot going on in the background. The colors didn't really turn out as smooth as I wanted them to. The pant folds didn't quite add up to my expectations. There was a lot wrong with this one, so I did my best to try and make it work all the way through the end. I tried adding some pinstripes to the pants, trying to shade in the skin a little bit more, even though I wanted to keep them as simple as possible. I wanted to really let the lines shine, which in the end didn't really happen for these. Adding the same highlights that I did for the other piece, trying to keep them very matched so that they look like they're part of the same set. So I always try to do those for these postcards, do that for these postcards, just make sure that they look like they're a part of the same set, use the same highlighting colors, same techniques. I do like how it ended up, kind of. I'm not super proud of it, but I'm proud of what I made of it, considering everything. Alright guys, hopefully you enjoyed that video. Let me know what you guys thought down below. Let me know if you guys have any other ideas for videos. I am writing everything down, just trying to get into the groove of planning for a lot of the stuff behind the scenes, so just bear with me on the content. This week's comment, since we were talking about her, goes out to GB. Imprint is concerned with how many things they've been sending to my house. GB, I'm gonna need you to stop right now. Thank you, GB. Thank you, Nippies, so much for tuning in every week. New Nippies as well, if you're a new subscriber. Welcome to the Nipple family. Might as well hit that notification bell button, hit that like button, even if you didn't like it, you know, might as well help a girl out, you know. All right, guys, thank you so much, and I will see you guys next week.